Right, this is the second video, sort of documenting some issues currently, like that with the game at the moment. Like with this vehicle in particular, and with some of my other larger vehicles sort of teetering towards the end of the complexity meter. I've basically added some extra supports, because the roof, even though fully connected, as seen there with the angle sensor, the roof is fully connected to the rest of the vehicle, but it seems to sort of unweld itself when it's going through the welding process. I've placed those two to try and fix it, and although the roof is a lot more stable, the sides have sort of pushed in on themselves, which is a little bit annoying. Even the back there in the middle, it's sort of wobbling, like it's not actually connected. And as now I'm in the right seat and bringing out the engine pods, you can see that it's pulling the entire left side off. Even though there are plenty of connection points for it to connect to or weld to. Like these sorts of things only seem to happen with vehicles with a larger complexity, with a lot of hinges or rotors. This vehicle, like in its earlier stage, without the front weapon pods, like the engine pods used to go in perfectly fine. They would never interact with anything, they would just slide in and slide out. But I mean, ever since the centrifuge update, which seemed to change a lot of the physics, a lot of these vehicles start to sort of develop these issues. I mean, as you can see along the side, like there is plenty of connection points that side should have been connected to, but as this other one's going to pop off in a second as well, it just doesn't make any sense. I assume it's just a bug, and they will work on this and hopefully get it fixed. And here's my BT, as seen in the previous video, but with all the hinges and rotors and everything he has, he's become increasingly unstable. And something that always snaps off when I raise his arms is one of his arms. It's really annoying. Like trying to build something that's very complicated. I don't even want to go through the effort of programming because it's just going to keep getting worse. Now, this is the arm I have in my other video as well, a little sort of model kit arm. Right now it's unstable, like the bottom part of the black arm that connects the yellow motor to the other yellow motor, it's like disconnected in some parts, so it's very wobbly and unstable. The whole top head doesn't bend properly, just slightly up and sparks constantly. But if I was to remove literally one rotor, which I try to do right now, there we go. Once I put the weight in here instead of a rotor, then it allows me like the bottom part, which was previously unwelded, now is fully connected, and the head allows me to raise it up and down properly. Just proving that even just a slight removal of some of the rotating parts just fixes a lot of the issues. Here's another one. It's not my Pelican. There's a Pelican you can find on YouTube. I rebuilt it from his video and then upgraded it substantially. But down the middle of the vehicle, you can see there's a seam, sort of right in front of the black part on the top of it. Even though everything around the point where the seam is, every single block is fully connected. Every single block. It's not like there's logic blocks facing in on each other, like sensors or anything like that. Everything's fully connected. There shouldn't be any instance of this pulling apart in the way it does, or falling through itself. In a previous version, the landing gear wouldn't hold it up, like the hinges had become floppy, but that seems to have been fixed. As I'm going through here, you can see some of the blocks that are connecting everything together. It's not all full inside, but all the points around where that seam is, like right above that block I just clicked on, it's all fully connected. And another thing with, at least on Xbox, like clicking into any block that has a lot of nodes on it, like all the nodes that show up seem to lag the game, like drop the frames, which is really annoying. Hope that's something that can be fixed in the future. This is another bonus, 2 little clips, just showing off some of the annoyances when building. Like, I'm just pressing right on the D-pad once there, but it flicks twice, like, just because of the nodes popping up in a larger vehicle, something towards the end of that complexity limit. And there's a second clip where I press down once instead of once, it's twice. So just to finish up, I'm just going to play this clip in the background of my Eurofighter that I built a little while back. So I'm playing on an Xbox One X, so the sort of higher end console that you can get. I'm playing in single player on every single one of those clips, so I'm not in a multiplayer server where it can sort of be even laggier in some cases. Been having some of these issues for quite a while, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that's had these issues. I'm hoping they'll get resolved at some point. I mean, wobbly welding's always been a thing that they've been working on. It's sort of wobbly welding and no welding, I guess. Sort of the lag with the sort of placements of blocks. It's nothing like this is going to stop me from playing the game at any point. I'm going to continue playing this game because you can work around things like these by sort of building them in different ways. It is very annoying in some cases, but I mean, you can build a whole lot in this game. I'd love to comment this game at some point, everything would work fine, but it could be a while before that, it could be tomorrow. Like, anything can happen. Thank you anyway for watching this, and devs, if you are watching this, if you have watched it, well, thank you. Hopefully you get it solved soon. Bye bye now.